It's funny how sometimes you judge your favorite team's season just based off preseason expectations because this year for the New York Knicks, it kind of feels like a disappointment in a way because expectations this year were to win the NBA championship and it doesn't feel like they're in that tier of teams right now. But the 2024 Knicks exceeded expectations so much, and that team was worse than the team they currently are trotting out there right now. And somebody as a Knicks fan who has been a Knicks fan for almost 20 years now, I've watched some bad teams that almost made me just dislike basketball in general. I wish and I envy people that grew up in their like younger ages in their teens that actually got to watch good basketball. I had two good Carmelo Anthony years, and then I basically didn't have a good year until the 2021 season because man, the Knicks were terrible when I started watching basketball with like Stephon Marbury, Nate Robinson, Jamal Crawford, David Lee. It's more so on ownership, coaching in the front office. But this team right here, the 2023 Knicks and the 2024 Knicks, were some of my favorite teams to watch. So today we are doing a historic 2024 Knicks rebuild. We're turning the clocks back 1 year before the Anunoby deal, before the Bridges deal, before the Karl-Anthony Towns deal. So unfortunately, we will not have Obi Toppin with this young core because he was a part of it as well, just guys that I rooted hard for every night. And sometimes I was disappointed. Like I put so much stock an investment into RJ Barrett, and they traded him and quickly for OG Anunoby. We know that they traded Quentin Grimes for Bojan Bogdanovic, and that trade really hasn't aged well whatsoever. But the quickly and Barrett trade, I think the Knicks will still do it. And then obviously we're still going to have Dante DiVincenzo on the team, Julius Randle on the team, and Isaiah Hartenstein on the team as well. This team basically got eliminated in round number 2 to the Miami Heat, a series I thought they could win after the Heat upsetted the Milwaukee Bucks. The Knicks beat the Cavs in round number 1. And then this team eventually lost to the Pacers in the playoffs in round 2, but Randall was hurt, Mitchell Robinson was hurt, OG Anunoby got hurt, Bojan Bogdanovic got hurt. But yeah, we are going to see how we're going to build this team. And maybe I still trade for OG Anunoby. I'm not sure because Emmanuel Quickley is a restricted free agent at the end of the year. And we have Jalen Brunson. So I don't know if I want to pay him a ton of money. We'll see. This is the lineup I constructed for the first year. Injuries are going to be on. So we're going to have guys maybe step up at times. We're going to still run out the Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett backcourt. Josh Hart at the 3. I thought about switching them. I think this is fine. Randall at the 4, Mitchell Robinson at the 5, and then we have Quickly as a 6-man. Hartenstein coming off the bench. Maybe this is an alternate scenario where I trade away Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein we try to pay as much money as possible. Screw the Thunder, man. They took him from us. And then you got DiVincenzo off the bench, who they used with their mid-level exception. And if you remember, he wasn't really playing a whole lot to start off the 2024 season. And then after the Quickly Barrett trade, he started playing a ton, and he was an elite three-point shooter. A younger Miles McBride's going to get 10 minutes, and Quentin Grimes is going to get 13 minutes. He was so good in that 2023 season and had some really good moments against the Cavs in round number 1. And then he got off to a tough start in the 2024 season. I feel like the Knicks gave up on him too quickly, because they did have a contract, like he was under contract for this year in 2025 as well. So I don't know. I kind of wish the Knicks didn't make that. It would have allowed for more flexibility in the offseason. We also have the Evan Fournier $17 million contract on the books, which we can use with a trade at the deadline. I am on NBA 2K24. I haven't mentioned that, so that's why it looks a little bit different. RJ Barrett and Randall dropped 26 to start off the year. I'm interested to see how some of these stat lines look throughout the year. I don't know how deep my memory is here, but I remember like waiting, like, I don't know, it was Halloween or something, and I was outside, and I remember not being able to watch this Pelicans game, and I feel like RJ Barrett went off in this one, but you know what, I actually think I'm wrong, because I think this was a game that the Knicks just got blown out in. Yeah, the Knicks lost 96-87 in this game. I remember the offense was terrible. What I'm thinking of is a game back in around Halloween of 2021. Yeah, actually, that is the night I am thinking of, but it was a while ago. It wasn't this game where RJ had 35 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists to start off the year. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to be an all NBA player this year. It never happened for the Knicks. And yeah, we are going to have the 2024 draft class this year, led by Stephon Castle, Zachary Sachet, and Alex Sarr. And if I do remember correctly, yeah, we own some first round picks. I mean, the Pistons pick is water protected. They were the worst team in the league this year, so we can get that first. We also have the Mavericks pick as well if it's outside the top 10. The Knicks use one of those on Pacomi Diet. I wonder if they regret that. And then they use the other one to basically get 5 future second round picks. Also don't know if that has aged the best. The Thunder did take Dylan Jones with that pick, so maybe that makes it look a little bit better. But the Knicks could have drafted AJ Mitchell. They could have drafted Jalen Wells. And we are here at the deadline. We've been very lucky with injuries. I'm going to have to actually double check and make sure injuries are on, which they are. Damn, Jabari Smith Jr. tore his ACL. All right, so there's been some notable injuries. I haven't heard the name Jetty Osman in a little bit. Yeah, so this was just a year ago, and some guys really aren't playing as much. We are 37-14. We are actually the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, so the East is actually pretty good in this 2K. The East gets so abysmal in 2K25. The Bucks are up there. They're going to be an interesting team to look at in a little bit, just because Dame Might miss the rest of the season, which stinks because he has a blood clot as well, and that's like super scary. You don't want to rush that back. But we're going to get robbed of another Giannis Dame playoff series. I hope not. So, yeah, we have the best point differential. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Am I right? Like, we got good depth. I mean, the Thunder are the 1 seed right now. They ended up being the 1 seed. Quickly's really good. Do I think Quickly and Brunson can work in a backcourt? Probably not. They're both 6'2". Brunson's playing like an all-NBA guy. I mean, RJ's been incredible. Josh Hart has been really good for us. 8, 10, and 4. Julius Randle's averaging 23 and 8. Like, everything is kind of clicking right now. So I don't really know if it's worth it to make a trade. Like, DiVincenzo's shooting 38 from 3. Like, Grimes hasn't really scored a ton, but he's under contract next year. I don't know if McBride has that, like, really cheap deal right now. He does. Let's go. So I think what I'm going to do, actually, let me see. Does Evan Fournier have a team option? He does. Okay. So I don't have to trade him right now. I was thinking about that if it was an expiring, but I think I'm going to pick that up in the offseason, and then I can use him in a trade. And then Isaiah Hartenstein, like, can 2K allow me to re-sign him right now? I can't. I mean, that's something to keep an eye on in the offseason. Let's see how far this team can go at full strength. So, Mavs fans, shield your eyes. Luka Doncic is your MVP, a 35-point triple-double. Like, this picture doesn't even look real anymore. Oh, man, it's sad. So, Chris Paul, 6th man of the year in Golden State. Wemby ends up winning Rookie of the Year. Wemby Depoy. Paul Reed, most improved. B-ball Paul. And shout out to Tibbs getting Coach of the Year again. He did get it in that 2021 season. Anthony Edwards on All-NBA first team. Wow, no Jalen Brunson, who after this year did make All-NBA second team. He doesn't make an All-NBA team at all? What? Okay. Unless his numbers just cratered in the second half. I don't really agree with that. We ended up as the 1 seed. Do we not have a play-in tournament? Interesting. Maybe that's like a rule change I have to go into. I'm not sure, but we were the 1 seed. Brunson averaged 24 points and 6.5 assists on 53, 40, 87 splits. How is that not MVP worthy? I don't know how we didn't have any injuries this year, but we may be the luckiest team of all time. And then if we look here at the numbers this season, Brunson averaged 23.8. I forgot, like, it goes to like total stats and then you have to change it a point per game. But we had 3 guys score 20 plus quickly. Also could have won 6th man of the year, but he did not. So I think we are going to trim the rotation down in the playoffs. I do like Miles McBride, but I am going to play Quentin Grimes over him. Quentin Grimes can get around 15 minutes a night. And then I got 8 more minutes. Let's go 37 to Brunson, 35 to Barrett, 35 to Randle, 29 to Josh Hart, because we do want to get Quickly and DiVincenzo and Grimes all involved in the playoffs. So I don't have to run Josh Hart into the ground like he is this year, where he's playing 45 minutes a night. And we're going up against the Celtics, who won it all. They have Drew Holiday on their team, so they made that trade. Yeah, I'm not sure how they're the 8th seed, but that happened. We do win game 1, 146-120. I also didn't check our system proficiency under Tibbs. We're 3.5 star defense. Game number 2 goes to the New York Knicks, 123-114. Randall with 25, Barrett with 23. Josh Hart, man, he can put up those stat lines. Game number 3, we end up losing this one. We get blown out. Jaylen Brown drops 47. I still don't know how we are facing this team in round number 1. They went 40 and 42. Yeah, I remember that, like, 2K did not like the Celtics, and we go up 3-1. We dropped 151 on them, as Jalen Brunson had 33, Barrett 30, or he had 19. A lot of guys, actually, everybody got into double figures in this game, an all-around team effort, and we do end up winning in 5. We win 109-101, a very good defensive game by us here in game number 5, and we're taking on the Atlanta Hawks in round number 2, who still have DeJounte Murray, so they have no Dyson Daniels on their team. They still have DeAndre Hunter. And yeah, Trae Young versus the Knicks in the playoffs, that would be cinema. We win by 5 in game 1. This is really going to put me in my feels if we make a run here, just because I really do like this Knicks core. And it's aged well in my eyes, and I get nostalgic for it a little bit now. But we're down 2-1. Okay, we lose game 3 by 1. RJ Barrett, he's been pretty good for us and like a larger sample size in the playoffs. Randall has been fine. Game 4, we end up losing this one. Damn. So the Hawks go up 3-1. Trae Young is going off. Bogdan Bogdanovic knocks down 6 threes. Damn, Randall had 40, but it was not enough. And I wish, yeah, like, Randall was so bad for the Knicks in the 2021 playoffs and the 2023 playoffs, but I really wish he was healthy against the Sixers and against the Pacers. And we actually lose in 5, so down goes the 1 seed. Randall and Brunson come on for 52, but we lost. All right, I don't know what's more shocking, us losing in 5 after convincingly beating the Celtics, or just us convincingly beating the Celtics. Either way, an NBA Finals is going to be the Hawks versus the Mavericks. The Hawks were not even a playoff team last year. They lost in the play-in tournament. The Mavericks, we know, went to the NBA Finals, but they lost to the Celtics. And we got Trae versus Luka, and Trae wins it all. So I guess they won that trade. The Atlanta Hawks trading Luka for Trae on draft night, 34 and 12 for Trae. So before we get back into the video, I want to give a word from today's sponsor, Factor. Factor is the perfect place to optimize your nutrition this year. Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and can eat within 2 minutes, so you can fuel yourself right up and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active or busy lifestyle. Lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Factor can help you feeling your best all day with wholesome smoothies, breakfast, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. And you can reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat. And I love eating Factor's chicken meals, and this is something that I'm able to do when I'm recording videos throughout the day for you guys. And I just want something that I can eat really quick and then go back to working on some videos for the upcoming NBA season. And Factor is my place to be. And you can get started at factormeals.com/ringsofsteel50 off. You can see that code on your screen now to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code ringsofsteel50 off at factormeals.com/ringsofsteel50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. And thank you again to Factor for sponsoring today's video. All right, so I guess it helps that we lost to the team that won it all. Here's everybody retiring. A couple of these guys are actually still playing today. I saw PJ Tucker retire. He's a current Knick. And I'm going to add in the play-in tournament here. All right, so draft lottery time. We are going to have 2 very late first-round picks. Yeah, I remember some of these protections, like when the Rockets still on the Nets pick. And then, yeah, a lot of these are not going to convey entirely. So we do end up getting pick number 29, which is our pick. And then we're getting pick 24 from the Kristaps Porzingis trade. Yeah, I remember in 2K24, you had all these coaches on your team. Johnny Bryant, kind of missed him too. He ended up going to the Cavs to be under Kenny Atkinson. I think he basically got replaced with Rick Brunson. All right, and let's take a look here at the, wow, Cody Williams is the projected number 1 overall pick. I mean, there was a small time during the 2024 college season where he was the number 1 college prospect, but last year's draft and that process had so much variance, and guys were going up and down draft boards left and right, and we really couldn't get like a definitive top guy. For most of the year, it was Alex Sarr for me, and then Reese Shea was always flirting in like 2 through 5. I really like Stephon Castle and Donovan Clingan. I loved Ron Holland and Matas Buzelis. But yeah, it's interesting to kind of look at this draft almost a year later now. So we do have 2 first-round picks. I think we also have 32 and 38 because we never made that OG Anunoby trade. So do I want to make a trade here on draft night? Randall's the one interesting guy that we could still move. I wonder if we can revisit those cat talks. I wonder if we could get Mikal Bridges on this team. All possibilities. I think we're going to go through the draft, though, and draft 4 rookies because I want to pick up that team option from Evan Fournier. And Cody Williams, who ended up getting drafted by the Jazz, goes 9 picks higher. That's kind of shocking. The Wizards could take Alex Sarr, too, like they did originally, but they traded that pick for Lauri Markkanen. All right, and a 25 first via the Cavs. And the Jazz, oh my God. So they had 1 and 2, and they take Ron Holland and Cody Williams. I mean, maybe that's going to work out in the long term. Ron Holland was the number 1 guy from that recruiting class. He goes to Texas, goes to G League Ignite. Maybe didn't help his development. And the Rockets just traded pick 3 via the Nets for Desmond Bane. That's a good replacement for Memphis. They land Stephon Castle there at number 3. Dallas is at 4, and they take Zachary Sachet. I think it was a swap with them with Houston. I mean, that's amazing for them. Ryan Dunn goes to Charlotte. Better right now than Salon. Maybe not long term. Clingan teams up with Cade in Detroit. And the 7th overall pick is traded for Draymond Green. All right. I guess Draymond was on the Jazz. And they end up with Sarr. Oh my God. Holland, Sarr, and Cody Williams all in the top 10. Okay. Tristan De Silva teams up with Stephon Castle in the top 10. There's Devin Carter to the Magic. Bub Carrington to the Blazers. I'm sure Blazers fans don't love them taking another guard. The Spurs are making a trade. And they are trading 11 for Trey Mann and Cody Martin. And Charlotte takes Zach Edey to be the center with LaMelo Ball. Khalil Ware goes to the Pels. Love that for them. Rob Dillingham goes to the Suns. And the Bulls, to wrap out the lottery, are making a trade. And they're sending that for Fred VanVleet and the 31st overall pick. And the Rockets still end up with Reed Shepherd. I find this kind of interesting. So I'm going to keep watching it. Matas goes to the Blazers. So Matas and I believe Bub Carrington to Portland. Jared McCain, damn, I was hoping he was going to fall to us. Goes to the Celtics there. I guess I could have traded up. 17 here. The Kings are trading it straight up for Kelly Olynyk. And they take Tijon Salon. Pelicans at 18 take Nikola Topic. Wizards at 19 take Jacoby Walter. Jalen Tyson goes to the Cavs here at 20. Almost identical to where he went in real life. Just like a pick off. Cam Christie, I like how they use Max Christie's picture. Goes to the Raptors there. Terrence Shannon Jr. to the Wolves like he did in real life. Don't take a guy. Oh, the Heat take Dalton Connect. I would have taken him. So the Knicks ended up with Ariel Hookporty in this draft, and we could end up taking him. Quinn Post Score. That's the guy who renamed him that. That's kind of funny. I assume OC Iguodala is Oso Igudoro. I think I'm going to look at a big man here just to have some depth. So either Filipowski or Yves Missi. I think I'm going to take Yves Missi with the 24th pick. AJ Johnson goes to the Jazz. So they have, what, 4 first? Dylan Jones to the Wizards. The Sixers here are taking Tyler Smith out of the G League Ignite. And the Pelicans are going to be trading this pick. With AJ Green, or the Bucks are. And the Rockets take Judah Mintz from Syracuse, who I don't think got drafted. So Keyshawn George on the board, a player I wanted the Knicks to take. I'm not taking Dadier. Isaiah Collier intrigues me a little bit. And then AJ Mitchell's on the board, but maybe we can snag him in the second round. Same with Jalen Wells. And I may do a trade up. So I'm actually going to take Isaiah Collier here. We get Collier and Yves Missi. I am up again in 3 picks, so maybe I'm actually going to hold on to it. As Bojan Bogdanovic was traded for pick 30. Pistons take Kyle Filipowski. Don't take Jalen Wells. Okay, the Bulls take Deron Holmes. So we're on the clock here. I kind of want Jalen Wells. When am I up again? I'm up in 6 picks. So I think the Blazers are right after me. Could I trade? I don't know if I want to move Shake Milton. Like $5 million's kind of nice to get in a trade. So could I move this second rounder? We can move this second rounder. I don't know if that's going to be enough with Portland to move up 6 spots. I don't know. Trading up in the second round. Okay, it did work. So I'm going to take 2 wings. The first one is going to be, remember Nikola Jurisic? Who is this supposed to? I don't even remember. So I'm going to take, there's Bronny James. I'm not going to take Bronny James. I'm going to take, Jonathan Mogbo's on the board. Cam Spencer's on the board. Where are the guys I want to take? So first one I'm going to take is Jalen Wells. Washington State looks like a steal to where he went to Memphis. And then I'm going to take Keyshawn George with back-to-back picks. So did Bronny James end up getting drafted? Yes, he did, by the Pelicans there at 39. So let's sign our 4 rookies, Jalen Wells, Keyshawn George, Isaiah Collier, and Yves Missi. Now, somebody could get traded. I'm going to pick up the team option on Sims and Fournier. LeBron, Paul George, D'Lo, Duren, all becoming free agents. I could use them in a trade, so I'll give Malachi Flynn $5.8 million. And then I'm going to give quickly the $6.1 million qualifying offer as well. Did OG Anunoby end up becoming a free agent? I guess not. Maybe he got a nice deal by the Raptors. So, before I resign quickly, I think we can look at the trade market if I want to maybe go out and get Mikal Bridges and really complete the Nova Knicks on this team with DiVincenzo and keeping him. But I guess I also want to make sure I can bring back Hartenstein. Please tell me I can. Okay, I have to actually release somebody. So, we can make a trade first. So, what if I called up the New York, or the Brooklyn Nets, almost said New York Nets, for Mikal Bridges? I would start off with Fournier to make the money work. That's basically Bojan Bogdanovic's part. I would also include either McBride or Grimes. I'll throw in Quentin Grimes as well. And I will give you this Pistons pick. I don't know. Maybe we use that in a cat trade. I'll give you my 2025. Maybe not. I'll start things off in 27, 26. I'll give you, and 28. So 3 first-round picks, Quentin Grimes and Evan Fournier for Mikal Bridges. Let's go. Welcome to New York. Maybe you didn't have to give up 5 first-round picks or whatever the Knicks gave up originally. And yeah, we just add Mikal Bridges to this team. We have a lot of wings at the moment, so I don't want to get too wing happy. Now, can I sign Hartenstein? Okay, good. So let's give Hartenstein, he got like $20+ million. I'm going to give him $15 million a year. And then I'll give him, 3 years on that. It's going to go up every year. Bang, we re-sign Hartenstein, which in a perfect scenario, this is what happened for the Knicks. But he was only going to lead the Knicks if he was going to get similar amount of money. He would have taken less to stay with the Knicks. But if a team that was competing for a title gave him around or more money, he was going to take that. And that's why he went to the Thunder. So quickly got 3 years, 54. Very different from 5 years, 130 to what he originally got, or 5 years, 150. So let's bring back quickly, and let's bring back Hartenstein. Are we done yet? Do we want to make a trade for Karl Anthony Towns and still kind of complete the arc of this team? It ended up happening. I do not want to trade away. I think it would be Randall and it would be Mitchell Robinson for Cat straight up. I think they would do this. I think that's an upgrade over Randall offensively. And I know it stinks to trade away Mitch, but he was healthy for us last year. I don't know who I'd start at the 5. We could honestly roll out Cat and Hartenstein, and the bench is going to be the best bench unit in the NBA. So let's see. Could I do, I'm going to have to include Mitchell Robinson in this deal. Mitchell Robinson and Randall for Cat. Will they say yes to this? They will not. And I will throw in that Pistons pick as well, and they're going to say yes to that. So I still end up getting Karl Anthony Towns on this team, but we don't have OG Anunoby, who I could still eventually trade for, but I was able to keep DiVincenzo. We still have Barrett and Quickly. I got, I think, a better young core than we have now. and I was able to re-sign Harnstein. And I'm going to go out and steal Goga Badatse in free agency because I wish he signed with the Knicks last year, but the Magic rightfully saw, or like, I mean, I think everybody kind of saw the potential in Goga to be a good starting center in this league after what he did in Orlando from Indiana. And yeah, we do get Malachi Flynn back there, $5.8 million. So here's a team we are rolling with into the 2025 season here in pretty much present day. All right, so could I end up getting Cooper Flagg from this draft class? It's also funny to look back on that Pistons pick because when the Knicks traded it, like it being top 10 protected or lottery protected, nobody thought the Pistons were going to be this good this year. So Jalen Brunson, I think we can re-sign him on a nice extension. That was that team discount he did take this offseason. So let's do that. And Jalen Brunson, welcome back here to the New York Knicks. Everybody's under contract basically at least for the next 2 years. And I do need to release 2 players before the season starts. I can trade them. I wouldn't want to do that. Do I cut Jericho Sims? You know what I might try to do? Because right now I'd be cutting Sims and I'd be cutting Malachi Flynn. So what I'm actually going to do is trade Malachi Flynn to the Pacers for Isaiah Wong, former Hurricane. And I'm going to get a second round pick out of this from the Spurs in 26. So I'm going to release Isaiah Wong as well. But hey, at least I got a second round pick. Instead of just cutting Malachi Flynn. This is probably what I should do every time because I feel like teams would give up fringe second rounders for these guys. So could I get a second rounder for Jericho Sims? I'm not going to take a first. I feel like nobody's throwing a first for him. It looks like the Thunder do have a roster spot and they didn't end up with Isaiah Hartenstein. Oh, but they ended up with OG Anunoby for a lot cheaper of a price than what the Knicks had to pay. So you can give me a second for him. So let's hop here into the 2025 season. This team is kind of loaded, I won't lie. I think we're going to start Bridges, we're going to start Cat, and we're going to start Hartenstein. Brunson and Barrett in the backcourt quickly. DiVincenzo and Hart and McBride off the bench. Oh my God, that is so deep. I don't even think any of these 4 rookies are going to play this year. I think McBride can get 13 minutes a night. Like Josh Hart playing 20 minutes a night is just amazing. Not having to play him 40 plus minutes a night. DiVincenzo can get around 18. Oh my God, man, this bench unit would be so much fun. We never really got to see. Actually, we did get to see all 4 of these guys on like at the start of the 2024 season before the OG trade. Brunson's going to get 35 for the regular season. Let's go 32 to Barrett and Bridges. We can go about 27 to Hartenstein. Let's go 34 to Cat. And then the final 6 minutes, I'm just going to give those to Goga Badatse. And we are ready to roll here for the 2026 or 25 season. We were the 1 seed last year. We made some notable moves in the offseason. And we get blown out by the Detroit Pistons to start off the year. Great. Mikal. What are we doing? Yeah, that's brutal. Mikal Bridges, high left ankle sprain. He's going to miss the first games of his career. He's got that Iron Man streak going. So I am going to get Josh Hart into the starting lineup. I don't think we're going to insert anybody new into the rotation. Maybe a few more minutes to McBride, DiVincenzo quickly and such. And then I'm going to give Josh Hart. I mean, he can still get, he's going to get 32 minutes a night. So yeah, we can go more to quickly and these guys down here. It is funny that I didn't have a single injury last year. And the first injury I have this year is for the guy that just never gets hurt in his career. All right, so maybe I added too much to this team because vibes are not where they were last year. And we are 24 and 26. Now we do have, I mean, at least the 5th best point differential in the Eastern Conference. And we've had an injury to Karl-Anthony Towns this year. Mikal Bridges has been hurt. DiVincenzo missed some games as well. I don't know. Mikal Bridges, he got off to a really rough start. He is playing better as of late. I do wonder if we have an abundance and too many wings right now. And we do have some of the young guys as well. We got Karl-Anthony Towns and we got Jalen Brunson, obviously at the top here. I do wonder if we like test the trade market. I mean, Hartenstein, I think, has been really good for us. I don't know why he's taking any threes, but I like what we have. I do think I'm going to make a trade. I mean, I don't know if it's going to involve RJ, who isn't the best 3-point shooter in the world. Quickly, man. Like he's just a flamethrower offensively at times. I do wonder why we are struggling so much. And maybe if I'm going to move RJ or somebody like that, I'll be in the offseason. And I'm going to trade Shake Milton in a 2029 second for Nick Richards from the Charlotte Hornets. And he's also under contract for the next 2 years as well. So that could be a piece to move in the offseason. I have plenty of big man depth in case somebody does get hurt. And I'm just going to hope we play better basketball in the second half of the year. I don't think there's a need to blow up this team right now. I do think we can, I don't know. I'm not going to be so attached to the Nova guys. I'd like to win with them, but we'll see what's going to happen. All right, so Nikola Jokic ends up winning MVP this season for the Denver Nuggets. I don't think he's going to win MVP in real life, but he's going to finish close to it. Alex Sarr is your Rookie of the Year. I don't think that's going to happen, but he's going to get close to it. Miles Bridges, 6th Man of the Year in LA. Wemby wins Depoy. Pods wins Most Improved, and Tatum is your Clutch Player of the Year. Here's All-NBA First Team. Here's All-NBA second team with Evan Mobley making it and no Jalen Brunson making it an All-NBA team. I don't know if he's going to make it this year because I don't think he's going to hit those 65 games. Like he already got hurt in his 64th game. And we ended up playing a little bit better in the second half. And like, thank God the Eastern Conference is kind of weak. So we ended up as the 4 seed. We're going up against the Indiana Pacers, who did not re-sign Pascal Siakam or he's hurt. They did not re-sign him. It's the Malachi Flynn revenge series here. So we ended up going 45 and 37. We have the second best point differential here in the Eastern Conference. The Cavs, like they are in real life, are the 1 seed right now. So basically where we're at is what's going to be happening very soon in the 2025 playoffs. Brunson ended up as our leading scorer, followed by Cat, Barrett, Bridges, Quickly, Hartenstein, and DiVincenzo. I do wonder if we were like the top offensive team in the NBA. No, we were number 4. So for the playoffs, I think yet again, like Miles McBride is just not going to play for us in the playoffs. I just don't think there's a need for him right now. I think Goga can get around 7 minutes a night. I think we're going to go about 20 to DiVincenzo and Hart. 24 to Quickly is fine. Let's go 30 to Hartenstein. I would like to go 37 to Brunson. Let's go 32 to Bridges and Barrett. We can do 36 to Cat. I got 2 more minutes. Let's go 21 to Hart and DiVincenzo. All right, round number 1 against Indiana. We do end up winning game number 1. We drop 144. Brunson drops 44. Here we go, game number 2. We are going to win this one as well. 131-112. Cat with 30 and 11. Brunson with 27, 5, and 8. Game number 3. Hartenstein gets hurt. Damn, a 4 to 6 week injury. That is brutal. I don't think I'm going to start Goga. I think we are going to play Count at the 5, which I don't love. We're going to get Hart in that rotation. Goga's going to get around probably 12 minutes a night, be the backup 5. And I'm going to get McBride in there, who's also going to get 12 minutes a night in that 9th man spot. Josh Hart is going to play a ton. He's going to get about 30 minutes here. And then let's go a little bit more to Quickly and DiVincenzo. Damn, that sucks. So we're going to, our defense takes a massive hit, but we do end up winning here by 16. RJ drops 29. And then game number 4, we lose. Are we going to gentleman sweep them? We do. We end up, wow, only allowing 8 points in the second quarter. And we're advancing to round 2 for the second straight year. And we're taking on the Boston Celtics in round number 2, a team we did beat in round 1 last year. Brunson averaged 27 points in round 1. DiVincenzo did struggle shooting, same with McBride. The Celtics have pretty much who you'd expect, 1 through 5. Their bench, it's kind of funny. James Wiseman might be playing over Peyton Pritchard. Jared McCain hasn't really broken out just yet. Game number 1 goes to the Knicks. Wow, by 1 point. Cat, that's why we got him. 36 points for Cat. Game number 2 goes to the Celtics. Damn, they won by 3. So the first 2 games were very close. Quickly goes 3 of 11. Game number 3 goes to the Boston Celtics. 145-127. Cat with 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Damn, the Cavs, yeah, really lost to the 8-seeded Celtics. We do win game 4. Tatum at 33. McCall, there we go. He had 23 points in this one. He's been better in this series. We do win game 5. 144-120. Brunson with 33. I almost said Brinson. DiVincenzo with 31. Cat with 28. Let's go. 9 threes for DiVincenzo. Kind of like, what was it, that game 6 against the Pacers last year where he went off for one of those games. And we end up winning by 2 here as Brunson drops 32 and 11. Barrett with 21 and 10. And we're in the conference finals, taking on the team that eliminated us last year. The team that eliminated us in the 2021 playoffs, the Atlanta Hawks. So here we go. Game number 1 against Atlanta. They are a 7 seed. We win by 3. Let's go. Game number 2, we lose. All right, we give up 145 points. Are we going to get Hartenstein back soon? 1 to 2 weeks. Game 3 goes to Atlanta. Is this what happened last time, basically? Ugh, damn, Quickly just forgets how to shoot. Game number 4. Come on, man. This is exactly what happened last time. I forget if they swept us or they won in 5. Damn. Wow. The Hawks just own us. They really do own us every single year. That is brutal. In round number 3, I mean, Brunson wasn't doing what he was doing. I mean, Barrett was fine. Hart couldn't hit a shot. McBride couldn't hit a shot. Goga or DiVincenzo really couldn't hit shots either. I just feel like we should have beat them. We should have beat them the last 2 years, but Trae Young is owning us, and he's owning this save. He just won back-to-back finals MVPs and championships with this team. All right, so LeBron James ends up retiring after the 2025 season. Here we are with staff retirements, nobody too notable. LeBron and Russ heads to the Hall of Fame. Neither of those players played for the Knicks, but they were definitely rumored to play for the Knicks at least at one point in their careers. All right, so we are not going to have any first-round picks here. The Grizzlies get number 1. The Rockets get 2 and 3. Jazz at 5, or excuse me, Thunder at 5, and Thunder at 6 as well. We do have to give, or no, we do own our first-round pick. I didn't put it in the Bridges deal. So we have our first-round pick at 19. I do wonder, like, how do we beat the Atlanta Hawks? I guess that's the goal. All right, so we're here the night of the 2025 draft, the upcoming one. Ace Bailey is actually projected the number 1 pick. Cooper Flagg falls to 5. That'd be kind of insane. So I guess this is like, yeah, the 2025 draft class from basically a year ago. So much has obviously changed since this, like Julio Bethea as a lottery pick, Mark Sears as a lottery pick, Carter Bryant, Noah Essengay up very high as well. They're projecting us to take Yegor Demon out of BYU. So do we make a notable trade this offseason? Do I package Barrett and somebody else? We'll see. I also don't know how I feel about the 2 smaller guard things, but like, oh, Donovan Mitchell is a player option. Like, I thought about trading for Donovan Mitchell, and I may still try to do it, but I'm going to make my selection here at 16 or 19, and Cooper Flight doesn't fall to 6. He goes 1 to Memphis. And the Rockets take Dylan Harper 2 and Ace Bailey at 3, so they stick together, which is cool. Hugo Gonzalez going number 4, and the Thunder take Nolan Traore and VJ Edgecombe. And we are going to take Derek Queen, the big man out of Montverde Academy, and then has had an incredible freshman year at Maryland this season. And we do have an early second rounder also. I'm going to take Colin Murray Boyles. And then it's funny how much has changed, because I got Kasperi Shakuchonis, love the spelling of that last name. They're at 53. Can I sign all 3 of these guys? Let's go. All right, so we're going to have ammunition if we want to make a trade. George and Wells, welcome back. So Donovan Mitchell might actually be a free agent. There could be a sign and trade thing here with the Cavs. He's about to make a ton of money. If we don't get Mitchell, I can pivot somewhere else. Yeah, he's making $43 million a year. I mean, I can get to that salary. I would offer RJ Barrett. I mean, Quickly gets it done, right? Do I do Quickly? I mean, Quickly and Barrett for Donovan Mitchell. I don't even know if I can get him, but we're going to try it. I would also offer, do I want to offer Miles McBride? I don't mind offering some of the younger guys like Keyshawn George I would throw in. I would also throw in Jalen Wells. Would they even think about this? No. I would offer at least 1 first-round pick in this deal. And the last I will offer is Miles McBride, which I guess they can't do. Or something like this. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell might be too tough. And I thought about maybe going out and getting... I'm not going to get him. Devin Booker, he's 5 stars. So I think somebody that could be a little bit more realistic would be Bam Adebayo from the Miami Heat. I would move or keep Cat at the 4, and Hartenstein's my backup 5, which is kind of sick, honestly. I'm thinking about it. I am, because I'm not really going to feel the loss of the steal, and I don't think I'd have to move quickly. I would be able to keep Quickly. Could I do McBride and RJ Barrett for Bam? Honestly, could I just do the second round picks from last year? So could I do Keyshawn George, and could I do Jalen Wells for Bam Adebayo? They're going to say no. I have second rounders. I'll throw in 3 of them for Bam Adebayo. Okay. And I will throw in Nick Richards. Can we do this? Okay. Welcome to the team, Bam. We're going to have Bam and Cat in the front court. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm willing to try it. I'm also going to move Josh Hart to a small forward. His overall is going to go up. And that means we're probably going to start DiVincenzo or Quickly in the backcourt. And I'm also going to trade Goga Bitadze to the Sixers for a future first round pick. Because why not? I don't mind fleecing the Sixers. I'm not going to sign anybody here in free agency. I wonder if that really puts us over the hump. But if it doesn't and it's a disaster, I'll move Bam next year. So Brunson is a 93 overall. Bam's an 88. And I think Bam, well, we have the Kentucky front court as well. I don't know if he's a CAA guy. But we got Hart. We got Quickly. This team is deep. We can withstand injuries, and we have a little bit of a young core, kind of 2 timeline warriors, maybe 3 timeline warriors-esque. All right, so going into next year, it's going to be Brunson, DiVincenzo, Bridges, Cat, Bam. Quickly and Hart is such a good combo off the bench. They're going to get 25 minutes a night. We're going to go about 18 to Hartenstein. We're going to go about 13 to Miles McBride, who's still here through all of this. Then we have the young core that's kind of sitting there. Brunson can get 36. Let's go 30 Cat, 32 to Bam. I'm fine with DiVincenzo getting 26 minutes a night. We'll go 30 to Mikal. And then I'd like to go 15 to McBride. So injuries are on. We are going to have maybe somebody in the young core step up. It does suck that RJ Barrett didn't make it throughout this, but we had to make some tough decisions. And Quentin Grimes has gotten traded and Randall along the way as well. But I like this team right now. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline, and we are 40-11. So much better than where we were last year. Yeah, and we've had some injuries this year. Bam's been hurt, Dante's been hurt, and Josh Hart's been hurt, but we are rolling right now, and I do think this team is going to do very well come playoff time. Yeah, because Kasperi Shakuchonis had a spot start, and guys had a really good game. So I don't think I'm going to make any trades right now, because everybody's pretty much under contract outside of, I guess, Bam and Bridges can be free agents at the end of the year. Bam will resign. Let's just ink him up right now. No need to risk that. Same with Bridges. Let's bring these guys back. So we'd probably be a second apron team at the moment. And Luka wins MVP this year. Come on, Value Watch is your rookie of the year to the Bulls at number 11. Rob Dillingham, 6th man of the year. He's looking pretty good. Wemby ends up winning Depoy. Dillingham most improved. Trae Young clutch player of the year. And Tibbs gets coach of the year again. But I don't think it should matter if we can't get past Trae Young in the playoffs. And we finally got somebody on an all-NBA team. It wasn't Brunson. It wasn't Cat. It was actually Bam Adebayo. All right, so we're not going to be in the playing tournament. The Hawks are the 4 seed, so there's a chance we're going to be playing them in round number 2. We finished with the best point differential in the Eastern Conference and the best in the NBA. I believe we are fully healthy, ready to go for the playoffs. All right, I'm nervous because I feel like if we lose, I don't know what to do. So for the playoffs, it's going to be Brunson, DiVincenzo, Bridges, Cat, and Bam, with Quickly, Hart, Hartenstein, and McBride off the bench. I think McBride can get around 13. I mean, 17 minutes for Hartenstein is incredible for what he can provide you in those 17 minutes. I think 24 to Hart, 24 to Quickly is fine. We'll go 33 to the front court. 30 to Bridges is fine. 37 to Brunson. Let's go 29 to DiVincenzo. All right, let's ride. If DiVincenzo isn't shooting well, I will bench him. So the Sixers, they don't look that great. Did they not? Or is Maxey hurt? Maxey is hurt, damn. So we should definitely get past this team, especially with no Tyrese Maxey playing, and we sweep them. Give me Atlanta. They ended up beating the Pistons in 7, and Brunson averaged 25 points in round 1. DiVincenzo, come on, man. I need you to step it up here. McBride, he's never really been a playoff performer for us. So we're taking on the Hawks, they just dominate every single year. And we do win game 1, but we've won game 1 plenty of times, and they've won 3 to 4 in a row. We win game 2 by 20. All right, Mikal. There we go. 28 points for Bridges. Game 3 goes to Atlanta. They have Jonathan Kuminga. Game 4 goes to New York. All right, we're up 3 to 1. Do not blow a 3 to 1 lead against this team, please. They win game 5. They win game 6. Are you kidding me, man? Oh my God. They win game 5 by 7 and game 6 by 30. I think DiVincenzo is struggling. Oh man, do I bench him? I think I have to. All right, so I'm going to bench him for, I guess, Josh Hart. Like, it's going to be something like this. DiVincenzo, you're going to get like 20 minutes a night. Let's go 26 to Quickly. We can go 30 to Hart. We can do 32 to Bridges. All right, here we go. Game 7. Can we finally get past Atlanta? Or am I about to blow a 3 to 1 lead? And Trae Young is just going to own me again. Are you kidding me, man? Oh my God, they're up by 4. Please have a strong fourth quarter. Good third quarter. Please. Oh my God, we're up by 3 with sub 3 minutes to go. Up by 7, please. Up by 9. Let's go. Let's go. What a clutch ending. And we finally get past them. Cat made some free throws. Josh Hart had a dunk. Let's go. Bridges made some free throws. Cat, wow, we got to the free throw line a ton, but I don't care. We finally get past the Atlanta Hawks, and we're in the conference finals, which we were at one point last year. But now we're taking on a different Southeast team, the Orlando Magic. Is Franz hurt? Or did they trade Franz? Jalen Suggs is hurt. Yeah, I'm not sure where Franz Wagner is. Interesting. Let's see what happens here. And we end up winning in 5. So Luka Doncic conference finals MVP, same with Cat. But the Jazz actually beat them because they are led by Jason Tatum, who they signed. Like I said, they signed the Supermax with Boston. So he joins Danny Ainge over there. They have Sarr, Keontae George, Middleton Hendricks, Moses Moody. Are they playing #1 overall pick? Cody Williams. They are. It's actually pretty good. Ben Simmons, former #1 overall pick on that team. All right, here we go. Knicks versus Jazz. We win game 1. We win game 2. We win game 3. Look at that. Game 4 is going to be in Utah. Are we going to sweep them? So I guess our NBA Finals was basically that Hawks series. And hey, we could blow a 3-0 lead. That happened plenty of times in 2K24. Let's see what happens here. We're up by 6 with sub 2 to go. And I don't really remember playing 2K24 that much. Like, I'm sure it's very similar to 2K25. I don't know if I want to risk this. Maybe I should watch it as Tatum's going to get to the rim. It's a hard foul by Bridges. And it is cool. I still made the Nova Knicks come together and Karl Anthony Towns, but I didn't trade Dante DiVincenzo. But, like, we did end up getting Bam Adebayo. Oh, I don't know why I took that. But we ended up getting Bam Adebayo instead of OG Anunoby, basically, which Bam is a better player, but obviously not as, like, the wing defender. How is Brunson guarding Tatum? That's not what we want. Oh, my God, Alex Sarr. Okay, let me not blow this, please. All right, Cat and Brunson. Okay, well, he's got Keontae George guarding him. So they're going to send the double. I mean, I don't want... Okay, they're not even going to send the double. Cat, please make that. Thank you. He's got 24. And Cat's guarding Jason Tatum, which is not what we want either. Tatum's going to knock that down with ease. Like, they're getting these quick shots off. Brunson does have 11 assists here. Let's see what we got. Bam with the screen. Okay, Bam's got... Okay, no. We're good. We're good. We're going to post up Bam here because he's got Keontae George guarding him. Are they going to double? No, this is going to be an easy dunk, right? Bam, please. Thank you. Put it on his head. I was hoping they were going to double because I had 4 shooters on the perimeter to knock down a 3. Well, I know Josh Hart isn't the best shooter in the world, but still, I would have felt confident that he could have knocked it down. I should really switch this because Cat guarding Jason Tatum is a goddamn nightmare. And that's the problem with Cat not playing the 5. Because you could put Tatum at the 4, and that's a great mismatch on the perimeter. Finally misses a shot. Josh Hart picks up his 10th rebound. Are they going to foul? We're up by 5. Brunson's going to get to the rim, and that should be the dagger. And we ended up winning the finals in 4 games. And Bam Adebayo, our big offseason acquisition in 2025, ends up getting finals MVP. So yeah, like I said, the NBA Finals was really against the Hawks. We finally beat them. That's a good storyline. They beat us back-to-back years, 3 times in like 5 years, and then we finally beat them, and we win it all. So that is going to be it for me. hope you guys did enjoy this rebuild. Let me know if you guys do like these semi-recent historic rebuilds to be on that 2K. Now, it is nice for 2K24 that the servers are still up to download draft classes. You really can't do that, I believe, on like 2K19 or 2K20. So let me know what you'd rather see down below. Or would you rather just see me download a historic roster on 2K25 and maybe use an error or something like that? So if you did enjoy it, appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Also, let me know down below what historic rebuild would you like to see next, and I'll catch you guys in that one. Peace.